I lost my sword as well.
Oh,
I've just been sort of hitting people with miscellaneous objects I find. It's been cool, though.
do you need a placeholder?
Yeah, actually, that could be nice. Everything I keep hitting people with breaks, usually. I meant actually to ask you, Caspian, for some help with some swordplay techniques I've seen you use, but it's a little hard to do that right now with just,
Well,
bottles and stools and things.
back on the ship, I think we have blades and things to possibly share, although I can only say that as the captain is asleep. Why don't you just borrow mine? And
No,
He goes to
Caspian, I
his,
couldn't do that.
his waist, and he just kind of unbuckles this black leather strap that was kind of hidden underneath.
I can't accept this, friend. How are you going to stab evil?
it might not be our style, but it's a pretty, it's one of my greatest treasures I've found, and I'm willing to lend it off for a bit to find your old sword. And if you guys are leaving so soon, by all means, carry this weapon with you. It'll be like
Okay,
having
but-
another friend watching your back.
Before you strike,
Yeah.
the scene around you darkens, and time begins to slow. You feel the hilt of the sword hum in your hand as it is combined with your divine, prophetic screw-up power. And you hear within your brain, "Thine heart beats with such vigor and valor. Who is it seeking to wield my power?" And you can tell in this moment, everything before you is just completely serene and still, and you know for in this moment the sword, the blade itself speaks into your mind.
Oh, the sword
You
is
feel this
talking to me.
synergy, this connection as it's humming in your grasp.
Well, it's good we're moving in slow motion. It's nice to meet you. My name is Gillian Tidestrider, champion of the undersea, hero of the deep, singer, songwriter on the Hole in Your Heart single, knighter of Julian that one time, drip lord, eater of grass, beater of ass, and soon to be Grim Slayer. And who do I have the honor of speaking to?
So many titles. Yet I sense thou hast suffered consistent failure.
Fair.
Gillian Tidestrider. Doth your oath agree a promise to slay all evil before thee?
I took it once and I'll take it again.
Or to crack the corruption that takes hold of this world? To strike swiftly enough, the very sea shall split. Even if the thread of fate poses an obstacle, you shall swear to sever it. Would you take this oath? With me?
Well, first I must ask your name, strange glowing talking sword. 'Cause I really want to say yes, but I've said yes to a lot of bad deals before.
I am whatever my wielder wishes me to be.
Then I do take this oath, and I welcome you to the Riptide Pirates.
We become bonded as one, champion of the undersea. Now, Destiny's blade.
And
Thank
while
you,
you get-
Sword Dad! Oh, before you do, I want you both to meet my new dad.
What does your
Hold
sword
on.
look like, by the way? We get to decide.
Oh, does it change appearance?
As once the glow dimmed, you would realize that it's a completely different sword.
Oh, fuck. It is bright and ambiguous.
Wow, your sword, Gillian. What happened? It's so bright and
I know,
ambiguous.
it's like it's gonna decide on its form at a later date. And then my sword talked to me, and we made an oath together, and we talked a little, and the way it was talking to me kind of made me feel like it was a guiding hand or like a fatherly figure. So now my new dad is this sword. Yes.
Oh, so he's not your literal dad. Like, he didn't...
No.
Yeah, because that sounds complicated.
How
Yeah.
so?
Well, you see, Gillian, when a mommy sword and a daddy sword love each other
No,
very
that doesn't work
much-
with swords.
Yes?
It doesn't
No,
work with swords.
no. Okay, never mind.
What I agreed to was, I was pretty in the moment.
What did you? Yeah. What were the terms of this oath, this pact? You know.
Well, take it away, Dad. And I hold my sword up, hoping that it wasn't just a hallucination I had and that it can actually talk.
I'd like no words come out of it to where they can hear.
Yes. They wish to know the words that bind us, Father. Care to share them once more?
The champion and I promise to slay all evil before the crack corruption that takes hold of this world strikes swiftly enough to split the seas. And even if the threat of fate posed an obstacle against us, we shall swear to suffer it.
Oh God. Oh, they're starting again.
It's not. No, there's no trees in here, Chip.
The trees.
No trees. No trees. We're inside. We're
The
inside.
sword itself is sort of like hums as it speaks into your minds.
Was that the sword?
I think
Oh,
so. And
no, dude.
by all means, I think we have our first inanimate addition to the Riptide Pot. Can you move? Can you walk?
Poke it.
Can you fly?
Ow.
Holy
Okay.
shit! This thing is awesome and terrifying, and it
Hey.
wants you to split the sea in half.
Sword, if
Hey,
it hurt
you-
to be poked, I've got bad news.
And sword, hello.
I know, isn't
my
it
name
great?
my name is Chip. Some call me Chibo, some call me Bastard.
I hold it
You'll
out for
kinda
him to
get the
shake
gist
it.
as you stay on the ship. It's good to meet you. Could you be my dad? We'll get to that later.
I asked the sword in my head, can you be Chip's dad as well?
No response.
No.
Unfortunately.
how do
Chip, he's
we do
abandoned you.
this?
I'll like lead him
Sword.
over to the
Yeah,
sword. Yeah, I used it for a little while you were, gone. I used the
take a
made
firm
a
hold of the
deal.
sword and say, in my mind, you cheated on me?
It rings a tiny bit as your hand gets closer, but then the humming stops as you grasp it. And in your mind back, you hear, "It wasn't like that.
Sure it wasn't. And then I pull the sword out.
I just protected your sad little friends.
Thank you.
So now we're back on the bullshit. We're gonna go cut Destiny in
Oh,
half."
we're back on the bullshit, all right. I hope it served you well, though, Chip.
You hear in your
Pretty
mind,
fun.
"He has softer hands."
I put the sword back in the boat.
And within your mind, you hear, "Is that all you, got?"
He just has nabbly nipples. He just takes people's things with his fucking
Yes, with his
tits.
chest when he gets stabbed in the chest.
Why do people keep stabbing him in the chest then? God, that's what I did the
Have
first
you
time
seen-
too. I stabbed him in the fucking chest.
You did it exactly.
Oh, that makes so
That's
much
how he
sense.
gets you.
Most of his swords are probably mine.
Destiny uses the blade, talks in your head. "Yeah, I'd like to stab this man."
Hey, you're at where I'm at. I'm glad to see you're finally sort of decisive about something. Sword Dad. What was that sound you just made?
Okay.
I don't know how electricity works. And then I'm going to grab his core with one hand and with my other hand stab the sword into the dorsal fin.
You hear in your mind Destiny Blade go, "Oh, fuck." Right before you do, you hear Destiny's Blade.
Oh.
Say in your mind, just before it strikes, "You can't be serious."
Oh, so now you got something to say.
Okay, well,
Such
how about
big
your
stuff going on.
sword? Your sword talked to me once. It talks, right? Maybe it knows.
I take my sword. Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Papa's got a bit of a problem.
No, I mean, we're connected. I feel it.
Great. So, anything you think I should do? It's cool if not. I'll be good. Just
Wow.
wanted to check in. Chip said I should ask you.
These are pies? Well, maybe if you took the remove curse spell, I don't. Just fucking with you.
Thanks, Sword. Thank you, Sword Dad. All right, I turn to Chip. Guess I'll die. Throw the sword into the pool.
The sword actually says, with your
Oh, I really thought that was
didn't
it.
speak to you in a meta quote. That'd be fucking funny.
That, I honestly thought it did, dude.
I genuinely believed that.
I really bought into it.
He says, as far as my abilities currently go, I don't have a way to remove this curse that plagues you.
Guess you should have taken the remove curse spell.
I'll remind you, Chosen One. We made an oath to sever the thread of fate. And if fate right now is sending you to your death, you best find a way to overcome it.
That's so true. That's so true. What if it's not my fate, though? What if... Oh, man. Okay.
Shit, I don't know, Doctor.
Okay, Chip. I've spoken with Destiny's Blade, and we have determined that it's not my destiny to die.
If you die, what goes on with that deal with your sister? How does that happen? How does that work?
Really, Chip?
I've changed my mind. Gillian
kidding.
looks
I'm
at
kidding,
Gillian
man.
looks at the rising sun. I'm going to live.
Yes, you are.
Destiny's Blade is like, that's the spirit.
Destiny's Blade, can you die?
I kind of remember how I died. A glorious giant battle.
Wait, what?
I vaguely... Memories return slow. I had a life. Before I was connected to yours. I know I was a warrior. I know I died in a battle. Underneath a... unbelievably sized tree. One where its branches covered the sky.
That's... sounds pretty beautiful. Sorry,
I
though.
must have lost. I died.
Yeah, sorry.
Ha ha ha
sorry.
ha.
So, okay, it's weird. Hey, Destiny's Blade, do you have, like, a speaker mode? Because sometimes you say stuff that's pretty funny, and I want the other two to hear it. Or is that, like, do we need to wait for you to evolve again to unlock speakerphone?
That was a one-time deal when we made our...
So no speaker.
No.
Alright, Destiny's Blade says it died under a big tree where the branches covered the sky in a big battle, which sounds pretty cool. Destiny's Blade, I told them that you had a really cool death.
Oh, dying and getting put in a sword, that's really cool.
Yeah, man, you lucked out. Do you remember what it was like? You were another sword before. What was that like?
Ask him if he can leave next.
I think perhaps there is a line of us. We all had a destiny. Perhaps we all failed. But we couldn't give up. So now it's your turn. We will sever fate.
Wait, so if I die, am I gonna be a sword?
I'd say it'd be on brand, but I'm not a fortune teller.
No, that sounds cool. Hey, do you remember feeling like chosen or anything while you were alive?
The DM can roll for it.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna be a sword.
Natural one. Can't recall. Don't know my name. Don't know anything.
We'll figure it out. Because referring to you as Destiny's Blade does feel a bit weird now that I know that you really had something else going.
Pay it no mind.
Okay, well,
These flashes of memory are recent.
if you ever even get so much as a letter, just let me know. We can just call you DB for now, too.
You feel Destiny's Blade hum for a minute and sort of ring, and you hear him say,
Hey, what is that? Something nearby.
Jay, you would see that there is a like wicked-looking sword in the corner.
Whoa, that's a wicked-looking sword in the corner.
There's a wicked-looking sword in the corner.
Hey, whose wicked-looking sword is that in the corner?
I don't know, but it's pretty wicked.
Is that what you're talking about?
Bring me closer.
Oh, sure. I also just want to say, like, if today we didn't cut that red thread of fate you've been so on about, I don't know that it's ever gonna happen, man.
If I ever feel that our oath has been broken, I will be destroyed.
What? Holy shit! Okay. Fuck. What if I myself? Will you be destroyed? If I try and, God. Okay, let's go to the corner. Let's go to the fucking corner. I don't want you to fucking explode yourself. Everyone, back up! I'm taking my sword to the corner because he's in a volatile state, and if I don't, oh shit!
Are you gonna grab
God.
the wicked-looking sword over there too?
Wait! It looks wicked. Is this breaking our oath if I take you over here? Just because like I might make a mistake doesn't mean you mean to like freaking. You don't need to gill yourself. You know what I mean?
I can feel its magic.
Okay, we're talking about two different things. All right, I'll bring you closer. Yeah.
The two swords are in love.
Okay.
They
Should I make
kiss.
you? I make them kiss.
Like two action figures.
Sorry, that was a massive intrusive thought.
Pick it up, Killian.
You sure?
Now you start to question me. You feel in your dominant hand Destiny's Blade hum, and then the other one you feel like a sort of like warping at the handle, and you feel this as the blade on your non-dominant hand, this wicked looking sword begins to turn into light, and then it sucks into Destiny's Blade.
Oh, Brosy knew. What's going on?
Yummy.
Did you consent to that? Are you okay?
Did he just eat the sword? The wicked sword?
You guys can't talk to Destiny's Blade, only Gillian's can, but yeah, you guys would see that Gillian's blade absorbs another sword.
Whoa! Fuck!
I'm like a little disappointed. I was thinking about maybe like picking up a sword and trying to use one for once.
He was hungry, and there's not a Burger King nearby.
Keep that sword away from my swords.
Yeah, hey, don't cannibalize my gun.
Whoa! Yeah, I started like moving over towards that window.
Hey, back up! It's
Whoa!
not funny. It's not funny.
Destiny's Blade, which still feels weird to call you. It's like full naming your friend. Do you feel? Are you glowing? What's going on? You're like glowing. You're pulsing a little bit. Is it good? Is it a good pulse?
It like hums for a minute as your blade's glow dims down.
How you doing, baby Blade?
Good. All right, carry on.
Okay, well that was like the last thing in this room, I think.
It was not.
Jay, you're not moving on. He's moving on.
This
Are
and
you
your
moving
sword
on?
ate another sword.
Are you hearing this guy?
I'm moving on.
I'm moving on.
Are you hearing what it's saying right now?
No, I can't hear. I've never heard your sword. Your sword has never talked to me.
Doesn't work like that. Actually, it talked to me once and then it disappeared.
Would it talk to you?
Vaguely.
So nonchalant about that shit. That was so fucking funny. Just ate a fucking sword. It's like, it's cool. Chip notices me starting to eyeball his swords for sure, and like looking at Destiny's Blade, and like looking at his swords, and like looking at Destiny's Blade, like looking up, and sort of like
Start just whispering, hot mode, hot mode.
Destiny's Blade is linked to your thoughts, so I'm assuming it can heal all your thoughts. Hear all your thoughts.
Totally can. I'm like
We're
totally
looking
thinking
hungry
about
at
it.
my swords, man.
Those are kind of tasty looking swords, aren't they?
I've never been more thankful not having like a magic weapon.
I'm not feeling anything from those swords.
Oh, it's actually your swords don't have a very good vibe, Chip, so he's not interested.
Yep, terrible vibe. Terrible vibe off those.
He's not hungry anymore. He doesn't want not even like a bite.
I don't think so.
Jay, fuck off.
Destiny's Blade, consume.
Nope.
Consume.
Nope.
I pointed
Put it
like
in my
a fucking
pocket.
magic wand.
I put it in my
Consume
pocket.
Destiny's Blade. Eat, feast.
You can't just do that to everything around you. You can't.
I can.
Nuh-uh.
I can.
Nuh-uh.
I start going around the room like it's a metal detector.
No, I'm gonna eat you. I'm gonna eat you.
No, you won't. I will literally eat you with my sword. My sword will literally eat your sword. I start to talk to Destiny's Blade more, and like because it feel like he was so nonchalant and cool. Like I start and like try and test out those personality traits because like I don't know who I am anymore. So like, how can you just like be so cool about like eating a sword like that, man?
Well, it is what it is.
Do you mind if I start saying that?
That was that. This is this. You know how it is.
Knock yourself out, champ.
He's got so many.
So many like, what am I gonna call
One-liners.
these?
Yeah, like blade.
I mean, I can't hear him, but like I can tell he's vibing. Right
You
now.
can tell it's a zinger.
He's
Every
got a
time it's a
vibe.
zinger, he lights up. Every time he
Yeah.
does a zinger, he just, whoop, he lights up in my hand.
Really quippy sword.
A really quippy sword.
You can't even hear it, but you know he is. You know, hey, Chip, hey, Jay, hey, everyone in the room. It is what it is.
That's good. That's good. That is what it is.
Oh, would you come up with that just now?
That's a great attitude.
I look down at him. I look up at them. I look down at him. I look up at them.
I regret not knowing how to do a New York accent so that this sword could have one.
Dude, if there was ever a time he develops a fucking accent randomly, it's after he eats a sword.
You did hear D-Blade say one more thing. He just says,
D-Blade is baller. I'm calling him D-Blade from now on.
I could tell you have a lot, we have a lot of weight to carry, and I saw an opportunity to improve my aid to you and our partnership, and took it. Nothing more.
I hope we both keep improving. I'll look for swords to eat too, and maybe that'll help me figure out how I'm meant to fit in all this. And no matter what happens, no matter the calamity we face, it is what it is. And I dap up my sword. Ow! Fuck!
Destiny's Blade gets a little bit of information from your consciousness, but wasn't like connected to the tree the same way you were. And I rolled a 19 and for his memory.
I knew he'd be connected.
And he goes, that tree mentioned a war. I think I was there.
You think that was the war under the great tree?
I think so.
Do you remember anything else, or who you were?
The DM decided that I needed a natural 20 to remember
Does it have to
anything,
be a
and I
natural 20, or can it be a dirty 20?
it had to be a natural 20
Fuck.
to remember more.
That's
He
fucking...
is a sentient blade of a very long time ago.
That's fucked, bro. That's fucked. The DM did that to you, but you know what? It is what it is. Wait, hang on. I take out Destiny's Blade. Destiny's Blade, are you seeing this?
No, I don't have eyes.
Sorry.
Can you like explain it to him?
Yeah, no.
And right as Doppelganger is about to stab him, the sword disappears out of his hand.
Oh, shit.
You heard that fucking roar above somewhere, and then Destiny's Blade appears in your hand. And you hear in your head, Destiny's Blade, D-Blade,
Chip is about to die.
What the fuck?